So welcome back to the another lecture on MATLAB Simulation in this playlist. So in the last lecture we have seen the voltage mode control of the buck converter, right? So if you are watching this video, please I will recommend you, suggest you, please go to the lecture number 4, see the voltage mode control of the buck converter. In that particular lecture I have detailed manner explain everything. Now in this video I will not go in much more detail of everything. I will just tell you the process, what we are doing here and what not, right? So only those things we will consider, not go in each and everything. I have explained everything about blocks, about the script, about the controller, everything in the last video. So if you are watching this video directly, voltage mode control of the boost converter, so please I will suggest you go there, watch that video first and then come to this video and then you can start. Okay, so my name is Ashish and let's get started with this video. So here in this video we will see the MATLAB simulation for voltage mode control of the boost converter. So the parameters of the boost converter, I have changed the parameters. So you can see these parameters are basically my output requirement is 10 volt, input is 6 volt. So reference I am giving as 10. So duty ratio, everything, load resistance I have here I have taken as fixed load resistance. Based on that I have calculated the output. So I have my output and load resistance requirement are fixed here. Based on that I have calculated the output. My switching frequency I have considered as 250 kilohertz. Then inductance calculation, capacitance calculation, you know that how these formulas come and all we have seen in lecture number 1 or lecture number 2 I guess. Then I have marked d1 1 minus t, that is a d dash of duration. Okay, so if I run this script I will going to get this parameter and I will link this script to my boost converter MATLAB file, slx file. Okay, how to link, I have suggest you basically put both the script file and slx file in the same folder and don't put too many files, just make some different folder, put these two file and then if you want to do some other simulation take another folder, then same simulation file and script file you can put it there. Okay, so these are my script parameters. Okay, and I will link those parameters with the my slx file. Just you have to run this, it will automatically basically attach to that file. Now controller, so basically numerator, denominator and v0 by d, from where it is coming? It is coming from this. You know this from lecture number 3 I guess. We have this important transfer function v0 by d part we have seen, right? v0 of s by d part of s. So the same transfer function I am using here. Okay, if you are watching this video directly you will find that I am going bit of fast, but I am not going fast because I have everything I have discussed, that how this come and all, then how to write down this transfer function, right? What is this pz map, what is this margin, how we have taken this controller and then how we have come with this another margin of v0 by d into controller into gain. Okay, so I recommend you to go to that video and watch first and then come to this video. So once this script is ready, so initially what I will look whether I have zeros available or not. So I have told you that when buck converter is there only poles are there, but when it is a boost converter zeros are introduced. So let's run this pz map and we'll see whether I am going to get 0 or not. Okay, so note the same note, vary the kp to go near the desired phase margin and vary the ki to fastly reach to the steady state, but ki has some limit, so you can't increase beyond some value. So pz map when I am running there, so you will see that it has basically two complex kind of poles available. Okay, and one 0 is introduced. Okay, so 0 is introduced when basically boost converter is there, right? So 0 is available now. So when 0 is introduced, the basically controller design is a bit complex. Okay, so now margin I have calculated without the controller. So what I am getting, minus 68.2 degree as a my phase margin. So from minus 68 to my desired phase margin, you know what is my desired phase margin? Desired phase margin is basically greater than 55 degree. 55 to 70 degree is my desired phase margin, so I have to come up to that particular value, right? So what are the rules? Rules are same. Add the PI controller value in such a way that its phase margin should be increased and greater than 55. Second thing we have to look again, so gain crossover frequency should be less than fs by 20. So only when you do that time, when we are doing for buck converter, it is fs by 10 to fs by 5. Now it should be less than fs by fsw by 20. So switching frequency divided by 20 times less, we have to make the controller bandwidth, okay? Then it will work in a very good manner. So just one change is here compared to the buck converter rules. Third rule is again same. Make sure that plot should cut only once to the 0 dB line, else vary the gain of the controller. So this plot I am talking about, so it should cut only once when you add the controller gain everything. So that time it should cut only the once, okay? It should not cut more than one time. So these are my rules, and from where this concept of over phase margin is come, this is already I have discussed in the previous video. So phase margin of 45 degree leads to the overshoot of 16%. As the phase margin increases, the output voltage overshoot also decreases. Almost 1% overshoot can be achieved at 60 degree phase margin. And what are my desired phase margin? We should keep the phase margin between 55 degree to 70 degree. Now we will switch to the MATLAB screen. So I guess this things are pretty much clear to you. We have already seen in the previous video. So I will go to the MATLAB file now and we will see there. So I have come to my script file. So before showing you script file, I will just go to the my voltage mode control boost converter block. So you are already familiar this boost converter. We have already simulate this in open loop, right? So this is the same boost converter, only what change I have done, that PWM. Initially we have directly giving the gate pulse with fixed duty ratio. Now I will generate with the help of voltage mode control block, and then whatever the pulse I will getting here, I will be giving here, okay? So this voltage mode control block, you already know. In last lecture I have explained each and every block, what is the meaning and all. So the same voltage mode control block, I have not changed anything. Same voltage mode control block I am using, and I will just give the gate pulse to the my boost converter, okay? And rest thing are the same. Now I will come to the script file. And one more thing I wanted to share with you, that all these values are linked, okay? So you don't have to worry. I will just write it down LC. If the I will change the values in the script, it will be reflected here, okay? So now come to my MATLAB file. So parameter of the boost converter, you can see the same parameter whichever I have shown in the PPT, the same parameter I have used. Now talking about the controller value. So controller I am going to tune now. So let initially see, I have already told you what is my phase margin initially. Phase margin, one more time I will show you what is the phase margin. V0 by D. V0 by D is my transfer function, numerator, denominator, okay? So one time I will run it and just see what is my phase margin, and my desired phase margin is I should be greater than 55 degree. I have to achieve 55 to 70 degrees, very good. So it is minus 68 degree. So minus 68 hai. So we have to increase it. Now initially what I said, start with the 111. So I have started with the 111 and then added the controller gain and see the margin, how much margin I am getting. So I am running it. So what I am getting, just see. So initially I am looking for my phase margin. My phase margin should be proper. If my phase margin is okay, minus 68. After adding controller, minus 68. Now I will decrease its value. I will make it as 0.1. After making 0.1, what changes I am getting? Just see. So after adding 0.1, I am minus 14. Okay, still I am very lag. So I will add 0.01. So if I am making KP as 0.01, what is my phase margin? You will see first. I don't need too much of phase margin also, okay? Too much of phase margin is also not required to me. Now it is 99, it is coming. So this much of phase margin I don't need. So I will take it 0.2, 0.02. At 0.02, what value I am getting? I will just see. So it is 109. Oh, it is basically higher and higher. But what happened now, you will see it's 17 degrees, so I don't want this particular thing. So 0.2 I have taken, now I will take it as 0.03. What happened, we will see with 0.03. So I am just running it, what value I am getting, just see. With 0.03, my phase margin is 32, frequency is okay, but it is cutting two times. So what I will do, I will make it 0.2 and 0.3 in between my value should be, because when I am taking 0.02, it is basically 17 radian per second something my gain crossover frequency, which is not thing. And when I coming to 0.3, it is cutting 2. So I will take 0.25 in between value. What will happen? Let us see. 0.025 value I have taken. So at 0.025 I am getting 49 phase margin. Whether it is cutting 29, maybe it is cutting two times. Let me zoom it here. Yeah, it is cutting two times. So I have to change this value. So what are my desired value? At what desired value I am getting? 0.0225 I am getting some good value. 0.0225 I am talking now. I am taking 0.0225. Now at this particular value what I am getting, so I have come closer and closer to KP value. You understood? So in this way you have to do. Now I am getting phase margin as 70 degree. Okay, I am accepted with this. It is cutting one time here. Whether it is cutting one more time here, so nearby it is cutting, but it is okay, because if it is cutting two times, so it will your performance will be a bit of degrade. So I will, what I will do, 0.025, 0.023 I will take. Or what we can do now, I will change my gain. I will change the gain to 0.8 or something. So if I'll change the gain, it will maybe shift up or shift down. So just let us see. Now it is okay, but my phase margin is increasing 107, but my this gain crossover frequency is very poor, so I can't change it. Okay, so I have to take it as 1 point maybe 0 something like that. I can take nearby 1, because these are some good values. So satisfactory result I will make it. So here 64 degree, and maybe it is not cutting now, I guess. So let us see. Yeah, it is cutting bit, but that is fine. Okay, so it is cutting, but it is not like so sharp cutting is there. So I am considering these values so as of now, and let us go to our MATLAB file and let us run it once time. Okay, whether I am getting my requirement output or not. So I am output requirement is 10. You can tune it in more good way so that it will cut only once. So you have to error and trial few values. So look, when I am using those value, I am getting the output very slowly. You can see 7, 8, it is going near to my value, but it will taking so much of time. Why? Because I have taken Ki as 1. Look, it is coming 8, 9, it will reach to 10. Hope so, but it is not fast enough. So what I will do to make it fast, I will add my Ki value, I will increase. If I increase my Ki value, I will reach to the steady state very early. Now it is reached to 9.4 because I have the stop time of 0.2. If I have stop time of 1 second, it will reach up to maybe 0.3 second, 0.4 second it have reached, and then basically it will stable. But now what only thing I need to do, I will increase my Ki value. I will take Ki value as 50. I can increase the Ki value, but Ki value also has limit. Okay, you know this. So I have increased the Ki value. I have taken Ki as 50. So you just see its first phase margin and gain crossover frequency. Okay, it is 53. I should need greater than 55, so I can manage. Okay, 53 is also okay, but you should try to get it more than 55 degree. I am just showing you what is the process. So I am not right now doing it. I am not tuning it more. So with this value, KP value, I am approaching to my 10 volt output. Okay, and with the Ki value, I have increased the Ki value to get steady state very quickly. Now I will run it. So you will see that when I increase my Ki value, maybe I will reach to the my 10 volt output very quickly. Now see, uh, you see up to 12% time I have reached to 10. So that is the beauty with the integral controller. You can very quickly reach to your desired value, but It is not like you can increase and increase the K value. It has some limits. Okay, so we will see the output, what kind of output I'm getting. So I'm just opening the scope, and what kind of output I'm getting, just I'm showing you. Okay, so nice output. Maybe within 0.02 second I'm reaching to my steady state. There is no such so I'm getting 10.05 to 9.95, which is acceptable, and I'm happy with this output. So just only thing, if I tune my controller again more, so this will maybe reduced, and this output, you can see it is going to up to 12 volts, so there is no as such overshoot. Again you can reduce it, and this is because I will not say it as overshoot, because it is 0.01 less than 0.01 second. 0.01 into 10 raised to the power minus 3, if you see here, 0.01 10 raised to the power minus 3, so this much of which is fine. Okay, so it is acceptable, right? 0.5 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 seconds time, that is okay. So I am getting very nice output, and which is acceptable, right? And current ripple is also less, so I am okay with it. So you can furthermore tune it with some values. You can vary the gain, vary the your vary your kp ki. One more thing I have not shown you now about what is exactly its frequency, gain crossover frequency. So I am okay with my output. Whatever output I have got, that is acceptable. I will just one time show you what is my gain crossover frequency. I have told you fs by 20, it should be less than fs by 20. So what I am getting, so it is I guess coming as nearby 3 kilohertz. So my switching frequency is 250 kilohertz. 250 by 10 is 25. 25 by 2 is a 12.5, so it is less than 12.5 kilohertz. Okay, I am okay, but you should not take too low value. Okay, if it is too low, your bandwidth of the controller is very small, and it will take so much of time, right? So 1 kilo 2 kilohertz 3 kilohertz bandwidth is okay for my voltage mode control for boost converter. So depending on this, so if it is fs by 20, it is less than, then that is fine, but don't take too low value. Okay, so in this way we will tune my controller for the boost converter. I hope so you have learned how to tune it. Now we will go further. So in this way we have learned about the how to tune the boost converter in voltage mode control, right? You should remember the rules, and accordingly you can do anything. Second thing, uh, if you are watching this video directly, just go watch the buck converter voltage mode control video. There I have explained everything in detail, so you do these things. Okay, so hope so you have enjoyed this video. You will, one I have homework for you. You should try the buck boost converter. Use v0 by d parter transfer function. Do the same process. Look its gain margin, phase its gain margin, phase margin, look its phase margin, gain crossover frequency, tune it, and observe the result. Okay, so in this way you can learn the MATLAB, you can gain the confidence. I have also learned in the same way. So till that time, thank you. In the next video we will see the current mode control, how we implement the two loops. We will see from the next video onwards. So till that time, thank you, take care.